Heidi. Okay, Heidi, you're unmuted, and I'm going to mute myself, and I'm looking forward to learning. Thank you, Heidi. Bye.
Oh, awesome. Okay, good evening, guys. So, welcome and thank you for logging on tonight. I'm a little bit nervous, but my gin and tonic's going down quite well, so I'm sure we'll be just fine. My name is Heidi Harvey. I can just sit there now, imagine a few of you giggling away because I just said that. I joined Forever back in May last year, so I'm now 10 months into my journey. I made supervisor end of July, and I've been 4cc active ever since I started. So this month in April to go, and that's my level 3 pin. So I'm super excited about that. So tonight I'm just going to briefly just go through just a few little top tips really that I've learned during my journey on how to kind of help build your business through social media. So next slide, Laura, please. Okay, this is my little disclaimer. Okay, so the presentation is by no means an exclusive guide to using social media. It's merely my experience and tips I've learned along my journey. Social media should be used as an additional form of activity and not one of your chosen 3. And that's really important because a lot of us, and myself included, can hide behind Facebook. And we shouldn't. We need to get out there. So everything I'm teaching you tonight is not going to take over from actually going out and speaking to people, because that's got to be top priority. Okay, next slide, please. So we're going to cover different types of social media, who uses it, the basics, your personal Facebook page, creating a business page, creating and promoting an online event, page insights, and common pitfalls and how to avoid them. Next slide, please, Laura. Okay, so we're going to look at Facebook mainly, because that is probably the biggest one for all of us. We'll briefly look at Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Instagram, blogging, and Google+. But, I mean, they're just different types, really. I personally don't use the bottom 3 or 4 at the moment, although I am going to start looking into blogging, I think. So that's just different types of social media that you can use. This is not exclusive. There are loads more. So yeah, feel free to use any of the tips on any different types of social media that you might use. Next slide, please, Laura. Okay, so basic facts and figures. There are a staggering 7.2 billion people on the planet. And from this, there are 3 billion active internet users. Now, when I read that, I was just like, oh my God, that's absolutely massive. That's nearly half, isn't it? So we've got a very big captive audience here. 2.1 billion have social media accounts, which again, I mean, just think about that. 2.1 billion have a social media account. 3.65 billion mobile users have the internet on their phones and or tablets. So that's 3.65 billion. We've basically got access to social media at any given time of day or night, because let's be fair, we all walk around with our phones. 1.7 billion have an active social media account on their mobile device. So again, that is absolutely massive. This is huge. We can't avoid it, so let's just embrace it. Let's look at what we can do to really make our social media really, really active and really popular and get people watching what we're doing. Next slide, please, Laura. Facebook itself then, it's got a staggering 1.4 billion users. 47% of internet traffic is people accessing Facebook. Jesus, I mean, just think about that. That is absolutely massive, isn't it? That's nearly half of all internet traffic is people using Facebook. 4.5 billion likes are generated daily. Direct uploads of videos to Facebook now exceed YouTube. When you think like YouTube not that long ago, I mean, that was going crazy for videos, but more videos are now being put straight onto Facebook. So you can't ignore it, guys, whether you want to or not, whatever we think of Facebook. It might be one of the big ones sometimes to just say, oh my God, it's doing my head in. You can't ignore it. You've got to embrace it. Next slide, please, Laura. Twitter's got 284 active users. 88% of Twitter users are on their mobile devices. So that's actually really huge, isn't it? And there's 500 million tweets generated per day. I'm not a big Twitter user personally. I don't really get this tweeting business, but I'm sure someone out there does use it, and it's definitely worth looking into. Instagram. Oh, sorry. Next slide, please, Laura. Instagram has 300 million users. 70 million photos or videos are posted every single day. Social media is absolutely massive. We're a network marketing profession and we need to be using our social media effectively. So we've got to really, really think about what we're doing, what we're saying, and how we're presenting ourselves on social media. So let's have the next slide, please, Laura. Okay, so the basics. Make sure your Facebook is set to public. Now, I've been having a little snoop, and there is a few of you who, who have this Facebook set as friends only. The big problem with this is that nobody can really see what you're doing, only your friends can. Now, if you want to try and make yourself highly visible, you need to have it set to public. I get it, not everyone wants photos of their children and things that they're doing in their family life for the whole world to see, but you can change that. You can change that to friends only. It's easily done just with one little click. So you can easily change that around. But if you've got it set to public, so many more people will see it. Not just friends of friends, people who just like randomly searching different things, your name will start popping up. And it does work, because I've had like loads of different people finding me lately. People I went to school with 20 odd years ago all starting to find me, and I'm sure it's down to now my settings are set to public, they can see. And also, even if they don't send you a friend request, then they can still see what you're doing, so they can still keep following you without actually having that much interaction. And it's good, because there could just be something that you put one day that they think, there you go, that's the money shot, that's the one, I'm going to ask her for a friend request and get some more information. Choose a theme. So you need to kind of work out your branding. So what do you want to be seen as? So I mean, you need to look at what color you want to have your Facebook set as, what style, how do you want to be perceived? Do you want to be kind of, I don't know, like Laura's, for example? Do you want to be the gym bunny and have yourself in your gym gear and have that kind of image as your thing? Or do you want to be like, I don't know, I often think like perhaps I should do Superman and just get a photo of me with my pants and over my trousers and a cape on or something. Just have a little thing. Look at the picture of what you're wearing for your profile picture. Make sure it's a really nice one. Make yourself look really beautiful. Not saying that we all aren't. And try and get the colours then matching your cover photo. So if you've got like creamy colours in your profile picture, don't then have something really like a luminous green or something, because it's just going to clash and it hurts people's eyes and they won't want to look at you then. Keep your Facebook really active and keep it really, really happy. Even if you're having the worst day ever, nobody wants to know about it. Nobody wants to know that you've had the worst day. They want to know that things are happy and that things are going really well, because why would you want to join someone who's miserable all the time? You wouldn't, would you? You'd want to join someone who's happy and who's upbeat and is doing really well. Next slide, please, Laura. So your personal Facebook then, you need to create a lifestyle which others are intrigued by. Now I've got up there, fake it till you make it, but recently there's been some talk that we shouldn't really do that. So it's one of those things, isn't it? When I say fake it till you make it, I'm not saying go out and buy a car on loan and pretend that forever paid for it. That's not what we mean. It's more sort of like using the little things that you do every day and getting people intrigued, and then they're perhaps thinking, oh, I wonder if she's able to do that because of the business. So keep your Facebook looking as if your life is absolutely amazing, and then they're going to wonder how you're managing to do all this and how you manage to sit there with champagne and go for afternoon tea and have days out with your family and everything like that. And they'll be intrigued, and people will want to find out more information as to why and how you're able to do that. And it might not be the business that's letting you do that, but they don't know that. So just kind of get people intrigued, entice people to want to find out more about you. So leave kind of little cryptic messages around, and you can always use like hashtags, ask me how and things like that. Can or cannot work, but just get people kind of wanting to know more about you. Get them wanting to know why you're always so happy. Why is he or she always so happy? They seem to be having such a wonderful time. People always tell me I've got an amazing life, and I come and sit on some evenings and I think, Jesus, have I? But I suppose if I looked on my Facebook, then yeah, I probably do. But that's literally just the way I post things, and it's just how I do it. I don't post that, well, if you'd heard me this afternoon shouting at my 3 kids, I should have been posting like these little buggers, free to a good home kind of thing. But I'm not going to put that on my Facebook, am I? Remember the 80-20 rule. Nobody wants to be bombarded with forever living, because let's be fair, it does my head in, it does all of our heads in if that's all we're seeing, and you will switch off. Keep particularly active the day before and of the day you're promoting a business presentation. So whether you're going to one, whether there's an online one, try and keep really active the day before and the day of, because it gets you shown in people's news feeds then. The more you post, I think something like 7% gets posted, so you need to post quite a lot of times for any of your stuff to get seen. I've put there, be careful who you like. Now this is something I realised recently, and I remember Emma Cooper saying it in a training before. A lot of people are liking like Emma Cooper's business page, Juliana Bevan's business page and things like that. Yeah, absolutely amazing. Unfortunately, they show up in everybody's news feeds, and it keeps coming up on my timeline that people are liking Juliana Bevan and all that, and it's fellow business owners. Now, if I was looking to join Forever, and I had the choice of Heidi Harvey with her 100 likes and her £26 check, or Juliana Bevan and her 14,000 likes and 500,000 check from Global Rally, who would I join? I quite possibly, no, 100% guaranteed I wouldn't join me. I would be going for Juliana Bevan. So just be a little bit careful of who you're liking, because you don't want to be redirecting traffic to other people, really. And I remember Emma Cooper saying this, you don't need to like her pages, you don't need to follow her pages to be able to see it, because they're all set to public anyway. You can just go and have a little monthly look at what they're up to anyway, so you don't need to be following them or liking them to see what they're up to, really. You can see it anyway, but that way at least you're not redirecting traffic their way. Next slide, please, Laura. Okay, business pages. Now I've got two. So basically, just go to pages, create a page, choose a name and select a category. Yeah, so local business is suggested, but apparently local business now isn't a very good one to use, because Facebook are trying to stop people promoting their businesses without paying for it. So they're not showing up. So it's been suggested now to use a different category, because what they want us to do, they want us to pay basically to have our business pages seen. So we don't want to do that. Well, we might want to do it, but I haven't got the money to do that at the moment. So I need to find other ways of getting my page seen. So yeah, I'll be changing my category to something else. Make it discoverable and stick to similar colours to your personal Facebook, just so it shows kind of continuity, so that like they'll look at your personal Facebook and then they'll go to your business page and be like, oh yeah, that's the one. Yes, I recognise her now, and all that. So my colours are all quite on my my business page. I've got two. I've got a retail one and a business one. My business page is very similar to my personal Facebook, so just kind of hope it all links in nicely, really. Next slide, please, Laura. Yeah, try not to use the words forever in your page title, because it really can put people off. I see so many pages for Forever Living and everything like that, and it's be original, isn't it? Find something a little bit different. Again, try not to use the Forever logo. Again, it really can put people off, because everybody says, oh, everyone does Forever, oh, I'm sick of Forever, and all this kind of stuff. So find your own branding, be original, be unique, and people will want to join you, because I mean, they always teach us, don't they? Don't mention the words forever in the 5-minute link. Don't do this, don't do that. So why would you do it on your business page? And when you're trying to kind of get people intrigued by the business, just use something a little bit more cryptic. People do switch off at the sight and sound of forever, so you need to entice them in. So just be a little bit original. When people are then posting on your business page or your retail page, whatever, stay connected with them. If they've asked you a question, answer it. So many times I've seen people asking questions and they don't get answered, and you just think, God, you're wasting such a good opportunity. So you get that conversation flowing. That's how you build relationships, and it does work. It's awesome. I sold a heat lotion today from my retail page from a complete stranger. So, and it's all about just building that conversation up, really. Next slide, please, Laura. Okay, oh, there we go. Post often and keep people intrigued. So I update my pages around 3 or 4 times a day. Now, it can seem a lot, and sometimes you're thinking, oh God, what am I going to post today? Literally anything and everything. It doesn't even have to be about the business or the products or anything like that. Tomorrow's Wednesday, isn't it? So I'll probably post something about it being, thank God it's hump day or something, and then obviously Thursday, then it's probably going to be a wine night or something, and then it's the weekend. So just keep your pages really, really active. It's pointless just posting once every couple of weeks, because nobody's going to see that. You need to keep posting, because that's the way you're going to get your page seen. Like I said earlier, I've got a separate retail page and a separate business page, because what I found is a lot of people who are my customers, they buy the products from me, but they're really, really not interested in the business, and they don't really bombarded with that kind of stuff. And then I've got other people that are more interested in the business, so they'll look at my other page a bit more. And I tend to keep that all for kind of stuff on the BP, things I've been able to do thanks to the business, talk about training, when they do the leaderboards and things like that. I post all that on the business side of it more than the retail page, so just to keep it separate. Add a call to action. So if you've got a retail page, Shop Now is a good one. You can do Call Now, or apparently there's a new one now, Sign Up for your business page. I haven't looked into it because I only literally found out about it this afternoon. So that might be worth looking into. You might get somebody accidentally logging in one night and presses sign up on your business page. Well, there you go, your business partner. Excellent. All your pages are public and they can be seen. So There has been a bit of questioning about this lately. People thought they were perhaps private or something like that. They're not. They are public. They can be seen. So you do need to remember compliance. You don't want to get caught out on that way. And with that in mind, let's do the next slide, Laura. Okay, so now this is, I've set up a private customer group. So after realising all pages were public and everybody could see them, I thought, well, hang on a minute, there's got to be a way, isn't there? Because you can't be inboxing everybody and it just takes too long. So I now have a private customer group. There's only, I think, 15 of us on there, and it's literally for my regular customers, my loyal customers, and then every week, maybe once a week, I'll post 2 or 3 Heidi's deals for the day kind of thing. And because it's private, you don't have to be quite so, you can post a price, or you can post that, I'll give you 10% discount or something like that. Because it's private, so it's only those people on it who can see it. And obviously, if they're your loyal customers, you know them, you've got your relationship built up with them or whatever. And I only started this a week ago, and I sold 8 tooth gels in one day or something on that, so I was quite impressed with that. So we'll see how we get on this weekend. So it's secret, it's private, and only members can see it. So you can make people feel kind of special with this page. You can say, oh, it's for loyal customers only. So, and it just makes them feel like you're doing something special for them. Like I say, works for me. Next slide, please, Laura. Okay, creating an online party. Okay, here we go. So you need to create the event. Just choose a date and go for it. Around paydays tends to be a good one. Most people get paid end of the month or the 1st, so I think anywhere between like 27th and the 1st for most people. So yeah, good date to go for. Make sure it's public, because once you select it, you can't change it again. So get it right first time, guys, you've been told, okay? So make sure it's public, because if not, and you've invited everyone, then you're going to have to kind of change the settings or do another event, and then it just looks really stupid. Invite everybody. You can do big invites. Just be a bit careful with Facebook, because once you start inviting so many people, it might think you're a robot, and then it blocks you out. I got blocked out of my own party for a day because I tried to invite too many people in one go. So don't go and get yourself blocked out your own event. That doesn't look good. Private message then as many as you can. It does take quite a lot of time, but yeah, the ones that you really want, or the ones that you really think will attend, give them a little private message. Because some people don't pay attention to invites. I don't. I get invites to various things all the time, and I just ignore them. So if you think that's what you do, then that's probably what everyone else does. So try and do something a little bit different. And again, it's all about making them feel a bit special, isn't it? Choose a nice cover photo and post regularly prior to the event. And share the event then to your personal Facebook and your business pages. Just again, so you can get the word out there that it's going on, isn't it? Next slide, please, Laura. Create some incentives for those who invite their friends. It's always a good one. It could just be something little, like a little aloe lips or something, or hand sanitizer. Keep it active. Games are an awesome way of raising visibility prior to the event. Duck Duck Goose is a good one, or you can do selfies or anything really, any little game. Videos work really well during an event. This is something I learned during my weekend long one I did end of February, that videos worked a lot better than just posts all the time, because it keeps people engaged a little bit more. I sold a couple of the activators and mask powder on the basis of my wonderful video I did of me applying the face mask. So, it works. Just try it. You might feel a bit of a fool, but, you can pre-record it. And then if you don't like it, you can do it again. You can keep doing it. You don't have to put it straight on. Once the event is over then, post the day after, and again when the orders have arrived, because it gets the page back up in people's news feeds. Tag everybody, tag whoever you can. If they've ordered something, tag them. And if your thing's set to public, again, their friends will see it, and their friends will see it. And the word, it soon spreads, it really does. It gets the event seen, and may remind others then that they wanted to find out more with regards to the business, or even order something. They might not have been able to afford it at the time, but then they think, oh yeah, there was that party I went to the other week. Oh, I wanted one of them shampoos, or I wanted one of them C9s or something. And it'll suddenly trigger that back in the person's mind again. They'll be like, oh, shoot, yeah, I meant to contact her. Because not everybody has us in the forefront of their mind. So they do need a little reminder sometimes. Nearly done, guys, I promise. Okay, next slide, please, Laura. Okay, page insights. Right, okay, so if you look on your business page or your retail page, it will tell you how many likes you have, how many shares you've had, and all about your post engagement. It does give you a really good idea of how you've done this week compared to the last, and then you can think about what you did differently to create a bigger insight. It's all about timing of posts. If you think about it, who are your posts aimed at? If you're looking I don't know, retail business or anything like that, I sort of 8 till 10 p.m. in the evenings is ideal because that tends to be when people are sitting down. If you want to do a post about the business, are you fed up of the commute, fed up of sitting on the M4 in the traffic jam and things like that, like I was this morning? 7, 8 o'clock in the morning could be a good time to post that, because that will be when people are sat on the M4 in the traffic jam or stuck on the tube or something like that. If you're targeting mums, you're looking to recruit a couple of mums this month, perhaps I think they're going to be on the school run, 8:30 till 9:30, probably 9:10, they'll be sat down with a cuppa, have a post scheduled to go then, because it's going to be the time that they're going to see it, isn't it? Not everybody keeps flicking back through their news feeds. Oh, I wonder what so-and-so, I wonder if she wants to recruit someone this month. You've got to keep it really active, and you've got to really think about what you're doing, and the time as you're doing it, and just make it appropriate to the people you're trying to get on board, really. Next slide, please, Laura. So your common pitfalls, these are the ones you really, really got to avoid. Your Facebook not being public. So please, everybody make your Facebook public. And then when you post a photo of your child, just change it to friends only if that's what you want to do. That's fine. But yeah, get it public and tag everybody you can. If they've ordered something from you, tag them, because then their friends will see it. It's amazing. And then all of a sudden you've got even more customers. The power of social media is brilliant. Over posting about forever. There's me saying tag everyone and post all about your orders and all that. Over posting about forever kind of goes against the grain, but then this is all about creating your lifestyle again, isn't it? So make sure then that you've balanced it out with some, I don't know, go buy yourself some flowers and just, I don't know, put a nice picture of some daffs up or something. Just anything that's not forever related, but shows that you've got a nice life. Oh yeah, I've just said about tagging, sorry. So another common pitfall then would be parties being set to private and posting negatively on your personal Facebook. So like I said earlier, no one wants to join the Moaning Mini. Next slide, please, Laura. Okay, photos. Remember now, you've got to be really, really careful with compliance. Just be careful what you are posting. Ask permission if you use another for a business owner's photos, because 9 times out of 10, I doubt you'll mind, but it's always best to check. I know there has been a couple of examples lately of photos going around that hadn't necessarily had permission to go around. So just ask, because it's just a bit of courtesy. Like I say, most of the time people don't mind, but just check. And then if you don't want your children's photos public, just change that particular post to friends only, but then change it back for the next one. Next slide, please, Laura. Okay, so Twitter, for those that use it, aim for 3 new tweets a day. It doesn't matter what it's related to. Add your hashtags to your trending posts. It says 2 retweets per day and add 10 people per day. I don't know who I would add to Twitter, but this is the guidelines for Twitter apparently. Add 10 people per day. Next slide, please, Laura. Instagram then, so add at least 1 photo per day. Use your hashtags. Follow 10 new people per day, comment on 5 follower posts per day, like 20 to 30 images per day, and tag a location where you can. Like I say, these are just guidelines that when I did my research, this is what I was saying about how to get yourself recognised and how to get yourself seen, and this is what they say, this is what they suggest. So I have started using Instagram, so I'll be Instagram, so I will be giving this a go. The next one, next slide, please, Laura. Is blogging. This is I think going to get quite big now, because a lot of people seem to be jumping on the bandwagon with this one. So they suggest to write 1 blog post per day, comment on 2 to 3 blogs per day, look for 1 new blogger per day to follow, repost all your blogs onto social media, and connect with other bloggers on their social media. So again, this, in my opinion, is all about making relationships with people and building those friendships up and getting to know people. Nothing to do with the business necessarily, but you don't know what could come of it, do you? It literally is all about making those relationships and making those connections. Next slide, please, Laura. We're nearly done. There we go. Look, we are done, look. And then just to end then, look, if you're presenting yourself with confidence, you can pull off pretty much anything. And then hopefully I pull this off, because I'm like a bag of nerves. Like, going to go out, I should do a tonic now. And the last slide, Laura. Yay, there you go. You all survived. And look, it's in time. It's in time for 9:30 for your other webinar, Laura. Okay, so thanks, guys. Hope it was okay. If you've got any questions, just post it on Goldens or something. Thank you.
Whoa, Heidi, don't go anywhere. Literally, I got a question for you.
Just got a swig of my gin and tonic.
If you don't mind. Look, honestly, I've taken so many notes. It would be really handy. I don't know if I do this or you do this. You know the slides you made on the Twitter?
Yeah.
like with those goals. I don't know if people wrote them down in Instagram. Be great to get them on the page somewhere. So like,
Yeah, that's all right. I can do it tomorrow.
I love those goals. They're really, really good. Um, and I don't know if you don't know the answer to this. Blogging. Where do people do the blogging?
You can get. I looked it up. I googled it. You can get free sites that you can create your own blog.
How did people blog? So there's a blogging site. You
Yeah, I don't really know. You kind of you create your own page, and then you just write in it every day, like a
oh, and then you
diary.
share like the page, so then people.
Yeah,
That makes
yeah, and you can get free ones you can. So I was thinking, oh, I might just give it a go because sometimes my life is a little bit crazy, and I think, oh, if I wrote it down, it might not seem so bad.
Yeah, so people like to watch it as well. Um, but just
Yeah, and I mean, I follow a couple of people who do blogging, and I just think, oh, actually, my life's probably just as exciting as yours, and they've got thousands of followers, so why can't I?
yeah, you know these people
So
that blog that you follow. Are they
yeah,
are they people that you know?
no,
Is
no.
there any chance you could let us know maybe just one of the people that you follow
Well,
so we can have a look?
there's word that she's absolutely massive. She's on Facebook. The page is Family Died and Tested, but she's recently started blogging as well. But her Family Days on Facebook is amazing.
So what do we
They've got
look at?
loads of
So family.
Family Days tried and tested. She's a mum of 7, I think it is, but some of the things she comes up with, she does with her kids are amazing, and that's why I started following her because just get ideas of what to do with my children. But
Uh,
she started blogging
and you found it her
because her
blog
life just
through
seems absolutely
Facebook.
crazy. So,
So hi, sorry, you
you what?
found
Sorry,
her blog site through Facebook, was it?
through Facebook, because
Awesome.
that's what they say then to just kind of repost it all.
Cool. Oh, Heidi, honestly, thank you so much for that. And just following on from Heidi, I was meant to sit with a girl, was it last week or the week before? But she cancelled on me. She's the one that works for um oh, I might even be Guinness. I can't remember the company, but she is the person that finds like the words that people we should be using that will get us up Google. So if someone types in certain words, our pages will come up to the top of the search. And also, she's going to be sharing with us what Twitter words, what tweeting times the best, what words.
Yeah, I don't really get Twitter. I'm still trying to
I
work Twitter out.
No, I don't get Twitter, and I'm meeting with a girl next week as well, a different one, to sit down and literally, her business is um, working for. She gets paid by businesses to do their online, marketing. So she does their posts and all of that malarkey. So be meeting with her as well. So hopefully we'll be able to put another session like this on in a few weeks once they've given me all the information. So Heidi, thanks for motivating us to do all of this. You're awesome.
That's okay.
A
That's okay.
natural.
Thank
Can
you.
we have more trainings from you? You're a natural.
What? Really? Okay. Yeah, we'll see.
Yes.
I don't know. Yeah.
No, you are. And also,
Okay.
let me just see if anyone's got any questions for you before we go, because I do need to speak to the other girls. Oh, hang on, there are questions for you right there. Someone said retail pages. Should you stay away from the word forever as well in the page title? I think yes, but
I do. I would. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. It just sometimes puts people off, doesn't it? I mean, once you've got them liking your page, I suppose, then it don't really. Well, obviously
yeah,
they're going to know it's Forever Products once they're there, aren't they? But I personally wouldn't, and I wouldn't use the logo or anything
yeah. I
forever,
agree with that.
forever related.
Um, and Jogar said you were fab, really well thought through, well done. And
Oh, thank you.
yeah, perfect. Cool. So sorry to disappear. But I need to get to the managers now. But seriously, Heidi, thank you.
No worries. Thank
Okay,
you.
take care. Bye. And well done, everyone,
Bye.
for signing in. Bye. You okay, Louis? Good boy. And a wee wee or poo poo. Okay, mummy, get wet wipes now. Oh, I'm still talking. Everyone can hear me. Hang on, mummy's got to do something.